Sister Lucia, one of the 3 children who witnessed the apparitions of the Virgin Mary in Fatima, was entrusted with 3 divine revelations. In 1941, she disclosed the first 2 secrets at the request of the local bishop. However, the 3rd secret was different. She hesitated to reveal it, unsure if it was God's will for her to do so. Instead, she chose to keep it concealed. Years later, in 1943, when Sister Lucia fell gravely ill, the bishop insisted that she write down the secret. She obeyed, sealing it in an envelope with strict instructions. It was not to be opened until 1960, when, as she stated, its meaning would become clearer. But when the anticipated year arrived, the Vatican made an unexpected announcement. Rather than revealing the secret as expected, they issued a statement declaring that the message would likely remain sealed forever. It wasn't until June 26, 2000, 4 decades after the designated date, that the Vatican finally released what they claimed to be the 3rd secret of Fatima. The published vision described the Pope and other clergy ascending a steep mountain, passing through a city in ruins, only to be struck down by soldiers at the summit. However, many skeptics argue that this version is incomplete or possibly not the real secret at all. The reasons for this skepticism are compelling. First, Sister Lucia reportedly wrote the 3rd secret on a single sheet of paper, while the Vatican's published text was handwritten across 4 sheets. Fatima scholar Father Joaquin Alonso, who served as an official archivist for 16 years, stated in his research that Sister Lucia had always described the 3rd secret as being contained in a single letter. Additionally, it was said to have been addressed in a formal letter format to the Bishop of Leiria, yet the document released by the Vatican lacked this structure. If the Vatican's release was not the full or true 3rd secret, then what was? Many figures close to Fatima and the Church have provided insights into its real content. Cardinal Mario Luigi Ciappi, a personal theologian to several popes, stated that the 3rd secret foretold a great apostasy within the Church, beginning at its highest levels. In 1984, Bishop Alberto Cosme do Amaral of Fatima publicly declared that the secret did not concern nuclear war or catastrophic events, as some speculated, but rather something solely related to the Catholic faith. He warned against distorting the message by associating it with predictions of global destruction. Similarly, Reverend Dr. Malachi Martin, who had access to the secret, later disclosed that it prophesied a complete doctrinal and moral collapse within the Catholic Church. He claimed that the Virgin Mary had foretold an internal crisis so severe that it would shake the very foundation of the faith. Cardinal Silvio Odi, who served as a close aide to Pope John XXIII, shared his own thoughts on the secret. He speculated that it might have been related to the Second Vatican Council, which began in 1960, the very year the secret was meant to be revealed. He suggested that John XXIII may have found the message unsettling, hinting at major shifts within the Church that would lead to significant changes. While Vatican II introduced many reforms, it also coincided with growing divisions, theological disputes, and a mass exodus of clergy. The widespread abandonment of priestly vocations and doctrinal confusion led Pope Paul VI to lament in 1968 that the smoke of Satan has entered the temple of God. Odie firmly believed that the third secret was not about Russia's conversion, as many had assumed, but rather about an upheaval within the Catholic Church itself. He saw it as a warning from the Virgin Mary about the dangers of widespread apostasy. Many traditionalist Catholics argue that the significant changes brought about by Vatican II, rather than strengthening the faith, led to a crisis of belief and identity within the Church. Looking back, the most pivotal event in the Catholic Church in 1960 was the launch of the Second Vatican Council. Was this the event that the Blessed Virgin sought to warn against? Did the third secret predict the vast changes that reshaped the Church? The debate continues, but one thing remains clear: the full truth of the third secret of Fatima may still be hidden from the world.